Hi gang, we're going to solve a quadratic equation using the square root property. I'll start with the one on the screen. So the square root property means that you have something squared equal to a constant. And how you do it is you take the square root of both sides. Make sure you put a plus or minus because this is going to have two answers. Unless of course it's 0, it has 1. And then you're going to get that it's plus or minus that constant. Now we are in complex numbers, so don't write no solution for anything. So your answer may come out complex or it may come out real. So I'll start with the first one on the screen. I'll take the square root of both sides. Let me just see if I have anything. Okay, so I'll take the square root of both sides. I'll put the plus or minus. And I'll break down negative 27 into its parts. So the biggest perfect square in 27 is 9. And then don't forget it has a negative here. We are in the complex system, so we can get i's out. So remember, I is equal to negative radical 1. All right, so let's break this down. So the negative 1 under the radical comes out as an I. The square root of 9 is 3, and then this 3 stays under. Okay, so this is going to end up being x equals to plus or minus 3 radical 3 I. Now usually you put the I in the back. Sometimes people will try to write it in the middle. You know, I would take that on a handwritten test, but the computer might be a little picky about how you write the answer. So technically you put the I in the back. Do not put the I under the radical. Okay, make sure you keep it like behind it. They're sitting next to each other, not under the radical. Right, so this is the answer to this one. Now this is also the square root method. It may not initially look like it, but it is going to be something squared equals a constant. I would first suggest that you move all the constants to one side. Okay, so this is something squared equals a constant. It just happens to be a binomial, but it's the same idea. You're going to take the square root of both sides. Put your plus or minus. This we can simplify out to a 5. Then you're going to move the 1 to the other side. I'd put it in the front. Okay, so now you have negative 1 plus 5, which equals 4. And you have negative 1 minus 5, which equals to negative 6. Okay, so those would be the two answers. X would be negative 6 and 4. If you need me to do one more of those, and I can do it with complex in it, so let's do like x minus 3 squared. Let's see what numbers we have here. Let's do plus 4 equals to negative 20. All right, so if I just do another one so you can see it, so this is minus 4, we move this over. Take the square root of both sides. Okay, I'm going to break this into its parts. So there's the negative, there's the biggest perfect square. So the negative 1 under the radical comes out as an I, the 4 comes out as a 2, the 6 stays under. The 2 will sit right in front of the radical. Okay, and then I got to move this 3 over. And that'll be the final answer. And you can't add a radical to a non-radical, so that's as far as you go. All right, gang, that's it on this one. Hope it helped. Bye-bye.